In this video, we have switched places to my bag. So let's get into this. Alright. Rory Screws Up by Greg Heffley. Once upon a time, there was a monkey named Rory. The family he lived with loved him very much. Even though he was constantly screwing things up. Rory. One day, Rory accidentally rang the doorbell, and everybody thought he did it on purpose. So they gave him bananas as a reward. You are so smart, Rory. Well, now Rory was going around thinking he was some sort of monkey genius or something, and one day he heard his owner say, "My dang car is broke." So Rory's primitive mind raced to formulate a plan, and there he was, eventually came up with one. Rory worked all day and night, and to make a long story short, the end result, the car was not fixed. After it all, Rory learned a very valuable lesson. Rory is a monkey. Monkeys don't fix cars. The end. After I finished my paper, I showed it to Roderick, and I figured he wouldn't get it. And sure enough, I was right. Monkeys don't understand English, stupid. Like I said before, Roderick knows he's got me under his thumb with this secret thing. So I have to get my licks. I have to get my licks in any way I can. Monday. Today was Manny's first day of preschool, and apparently it didn't go so great. All the other kids Manny started back in September, but Manny was potty trained until last week. So that's why he had to wait until now to make a jump from daycare. Manny's preschool is having the Halloween party today, so it wasn't the greatest way to introduce him to his classmates. Manny's teacher had to call Mom to work and had to come get him. I remember my first day of preschool. I didn't really know anyone, and I was pretty scared about being around a bunch of new kids. But this boy named Quinn came right over and started talking to me. "Do you like ice cream?" "Yeah." When you don't, you marry it? Then why don't you marry it?" I didn't get that it was a joke, so it really freaked me out. I told Mom I didn't want to go back to preschool, and I told her all about Quinn and what he said. But Mom told me Quinn was just being silly, and I didn't need to listen to him. After Mom explained the joke, I thought it was actually pretty funny. I couldn't wait to go back to school the next day and try it out for myself. But I didn't really have the same effect. "You're gonna grow up and get married to some ice cream, huh?" Monday. It's been over a week since Roderick's party, and I stopped worrying about Mom and Dad were gonna bust it for it. But I remember the bathroom door we switched out. Well, I forgot all about it until tonight. Roderick was upstairs in my room bugging me, and Dad went in the bathroom. A couple seconds later, he said something that made Roderick stop cold. "Hey, didn't this door used to have to lock? I thought it was over. If Dad knew about the door, it was just a matter of time before he found out about the party." But Dad didn't put two together. I must be losing my marbles. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if Mom and Dad found out about the party. Roderick would get grounded, which would be awesome. If I figure out a way to spill the beans without Roderick finding out, I'm gonna go for it. Tuesday. I got my first letter from French pen pal Mamando today. I decided to adjust my attitude and give this whole pen pal thing my best effort. So when I wrote back to Mamadou today, I tried to be as helpful as possible. Alright, boys, if you know how to read that, then read it. I know, Dear Gregory, I am very, and then to make your Mamadou, so. Dear Mamadou, I'm pretty sure acquaintance doesn't have a C in it. I really think you need to work on your English. I think it's done that Madame Leifer won't let us use Gmail with our pen pals. Alfred Morphy has already written back and forth with his pen pal a bunch of times, and it's costing them a lot of money in stamps. Dear Jacqueline, how old are you? Dear Albert, 12. Dear Jacqueline, oh. Alright, last chapter, boys, okay? And girls. Friday. Tonight, Riley's parents went out to dinner, so they got him a babysitter. I don't know why Riley can't just watch himself for a few hours, but believe me, I'm not complaining. Riley's babysitter is Heather Hill, and she's the prettiest girl in Costland High School. So whenever Jeffersons go out, I always make sure to be up at Riley's for story time. Can you scooch over a little bit? Sorry, there's really not enough time. I went up to Riley's at about 8 a.m. tonight. I even splashed on some Roderick cologne to make sure I made a good impression to Heather. I knocked on my door and waited for Heather to answer, but I got caught a little off guard when Riley's next-door neighbor, Lennon, answered instead. I can't believe Riley's parents had switched the babysitter from Heather to Leland. They should have at least checked with me before doing something stupid like that. Once I realized Heather wasn't there, I turned around to go back home. Riley asked me if I wanted to hang out and play Magic and Monsters with him and Leland. The only reason I said yes was because I thought it was some kind of video game, but then I found out you play with pencils and papers, these special dice, and that you're supposed to use your imagination or whatever. It actually turned out to be pretty fun, mostly because in Magic Monsters you can do all sorts of stuff that you can never do in real life. I lit Riley's eyebrow with a torch. Ouch! When I got home, I told Mom about Magic Monsters and how Leland was a really awesome dungeon keeper. Roderick overheard me talking about Leland, and he said that Leland is the biggest nerd at his school. But this is coming from a guy who spends his Saturdays nights putting fake throw up on people's cars in the Home Depot parking lot. So I think I'll just take Roderick's opinion with my grain of salt. What the heck? Alright, boys, that's the end of this chapter. See you guys in the next one. If you want to see my other Roderick, if you want to see the rest of Roderick Rulebook, make sure to leave a comment and like and subscribe. See you, boys.